This right here is a parts bike. It has saved a number of other bikes that I've put together and since sold. And now I'm left with this parts bike. Actually, there's two chassis here. One back there and this one. This is the only one that has an engine between the two. And I bought it for the street legal parts that were on here. And the gauge cluster that I used off this bike only showed 2,200 miles. So potentially this engine only has 2,200 miles. Two tanks here, if I recall, they're real nice inside. Look at that. You see that in there? Both of them are really nice inside. I was surprised when I bought these bikes. Not this one. Look at that. Can you see in there how nice that is? They're both really nice inside, so I'm lucky. This one has a big dent right there where I'm pointing. And this one is scratched. Something's gonna jump out at me. There's a big spider. I don't see any big dents in this one. Don't break that fender. All right. Okay, first thing we're going to do is wash it up. I got her cleaned up and on the table. Now what I have to do is determine the direction I'm going to go with this bike. And what that means is, do I want to get it super pretty, or I just want to keep the patina and get it running and safe? And I think closer to the second suggestion. But how much patina do I keep? For example, look how ugly all this looks here. Do I just leave that alone, or do I polish it and get it nicer? We have rust, surface rust. I have a technique where I can get rid of the surface rust and do a little bit of paint work. Look down in here. I want to get rid of all that. I use navel jelly or some kind of similar chemical to that. A little bit of rust right here. No rust through. We're in Southern California and it's a nice frame. The rims are straight. They're not dented, but they're weathered. And I think I'll keep them like that. Both tires are flat. I'm going to maybe put new tubes in it. I'll check the brakes, front and back. The front fork isn't leaking that I can tell. So I may have to rebuild that, or maybe not. The boots are actually nice. They're not ripped. They feel pretty good. Like I said earlier, this bike showed 2,200 miles on the odometer. It may just have that. I got to figure out what to do with this. I wonder if a metal man can heat that up and pull it out. Or just make me a new piece and weld it right here. Then he'd have to weld on nuts or something so we can put this guard back on. And do I leave it rusty and rough and patinaed, or do I paint that? Maybe with some flat black grill paint. I'm going to keep it kind of rough as far as aesthetics are. But get everything nice and safe. I'll take this apart and re-lube the bearings in the neck. New cables maybe. New tubes. This tire looks good, but I'm sure it's old. But if it's for the dirt, we may just keep it. I'll have to check the date. I don't see a date right here, right now. I need a flashlight and my glasses. But the first thing is, let's see if it runs. If it runs, then we'll take the next step. But guess what's missing? Carburetor. Now I put this piece of tape there a couple years ago. I don't know how long it was open without a carburetor. I don't have a carburetor. I got to get a carburetor. I'd hate to get a cheap Chinese carburetor. I would like to have an original carburetor. But try finding one of those for under $300, $350. I'll look. Well, there it is. If you have any suggestions on the direction I should go, don't hesitate to make a comment. Oh, another thing I want to bring up are the fenders. I got a couple of fenders, but they're all beat. They're all just like this. Now, this was a street legal bike. It had a tail light here. And if I use this fender, I don't want the holes. So I might put some plastic filler in the holes and then paint it. But the problem with that is we'll have clean and shiny fenders on an old ratty bike. Unless I paint it kind of a semi-gloss or flat and then just weather it. Do my best to weather it. I think that's what we'll do. And have to decide if I want to keep a headlight on it. I think I do. So we could do some night riding. All right, well, there she is. I'm looking forward to getting it going.